This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Raja Pandian Committee submits the revised fee structure. Sources reveal a 15% hike in school fees. Body of missing law college student discovered. Police sources confirm murder, but questions over motive loom large. As Jaya touches down in the capital, all eyes are on 10 Janpath. Will old wounds be forgotten? Will Amma meet Sonia? Kanimuri to stay in jail for another week. Supreme Court asks CBI about the whereabouts of the alleged kickbacks. Much-awaited passenger ferry from Tuticorin to Colombo is launched, expected to boost cordial relations with the island nation. The three C's, Chennai, cricket and cinema. There's no beating us, claims actor Sarath Kumar. It's Namma Chennai on top.
They went all out to win this match, and we're really proud that we have the first edition of CCL. It is in history that we won the cup.
Well, a very good evening. It's time now for Late Night News with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's just quickly glance through the developments coming in from across the country. The Congress warns of tyranny of the unelected and slamming Anna Hazare's activists, says that he has political backing. Anna Hazare's activists take on the Prime Minister on why he should not be under the Lokpal bill. A second autopsy on the 14-year-old allegedly raped and killed by the police in UP confirms murder, but no sexual assault. And small lapse in Sebastian Vettel's concentration hands McLaren's Jenson Button his first victory of the season in the Canadian Grand Prix. Well, first up, Chief Minister Jayalalitha's Delhi visit may be more central aid for the state, but the visit also assumes significance on many fronts. Now, will she meet Sonia Gandhi away from the media glare? Will a centre battered by the anti-corruption winds blow closer to the new Tamil Nadu Chief Minister on a day when it became clear that the DMK MP Kanimuri will have to spend more time in jail? And will there be a tilt in political alignments? Well, Peel Mohammed brings us this report. The power situation in the state may be a major concern for Chief Minister Jayalalitha, who is all set to meet the Prime Minister. But then, there is more to politics than just power. And the one capital question engaging everyone is, will Jayalalitha meet Sonia Gandhi? In 1998 and 2004, Jayalalitha raked up the foreign national issue and said that a foreigner should not lead the country. In 1999, Jayalalitha also kept Sonia Gandhi waiting at the Villupuram public meeting. But in November last year, Jayalalitha said that she could support the UPA if needed. And on May 13 this year, Sonia Gandhi called on Jayalalitha to congratulate her on her massive mandate. Will former foes become future friends? For the DMK, it has been a kiss and make-up relationship with the Congress, with the seat sharing, poll performance, and of course DMK MP Kanimuri being held as an under trial at Tihar jail. And with the DMK saying it will review its stand on whether its MPs will remain as ministers in the UPA in about 2 weeks' time from now, analysts wonder if Jayalalitha can turn this visit into a capital call for the AIA-DMK. In Chennai, with Peel Mohammed, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu. Well, on a day the Chief Minister Jayalalitha touched down at the capital, DMK patriarch has lashed out at the media for trying to create a rift between the Congress and his party. In a letter to his party cadres in his party mouthpiece, Murasoli, Karunanidhi observed that out of 31 questions that were posed to him at the press conference post the high-level meet on the 10th of June, 22 of them were relating to the alliance. He also added that the questions were framed in such a way that the media seemed keen on precipitating a break between the Congress and the DMK rather than presenting a balanced picture. Well, there's no relief in sight for the DMK MP and Karunanidhi's daughter Kanimuri, who is in jail for 24 days now. The Supreme Court today adjourned Kanimuri's bail plea till the June 20th and issued a notice to the CBI. The court asked the CBI to file a reply by then. The next date of hearing is the 20th of June. Kanimuri is in jail for her alleged involvement in the 2G scam. Kanimuri and Kalanya TV MD Sharad Kumar have been named as accused in the second charge sheet for allegedly taking bribes of worth nearly 200 crore rupees. Now, they were arrested on May 20th after the special court dismissed their bail pleas in this case. Now, while adjourning Kanimuri's bail plea, Justice D.S. Chauhan said, and I quote, "Corruption is the worst form of human rights violation," unquote. Well, in some more news from the city now, in the latest coming in from the case of the missing law college student, the authorities have discovered the body. The body was located in a lake within the premises of the Integral Coach Factory, or the ICF. Importantly, the police authorities have confirmed this as a case of murder, and the body was tied to a rock and was thrown inside the lake. The face had been completely disfigured. The body has now been moved to the Kilpauk Medical College for post-mortem. Now, just to remind our viewers, the student had been missing from Tuesday last week. Well, now the MDMK General Secretary Vaiko today appeared before the first bench of the Madras High Court in a case that he has filed to lift the ban on the LTTE. Now, the MDMK chief's petition has challenged, in fact, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Tribunal's decision to extend the ban on the LTTE. Vaiko is party in person in the case, and so he argued his case. Today, he urged the Chief Justice to list the case for hearing soon. Chief Justice, on his part, has assured that the case would be taken up for hearing in August.
விதிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்ற தடை நீக்கப்பட வேண்டும் என்று அந்த தடையை உறுதி செய்வது குறித்து அமைக்கப்பட்ட டெல்லி உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதிபதி மாண்புமிகு விக்ரம்ஜித் சென் தலைமையிலான அந்த தீர்ப்பாயத்திற்கு முன்பு 6 அமர்வுகளில் கலந்து கொண்டு தடையை நீக்க வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக நான் வாதிட்டிருக்கிறேன். தடையை உறுதி செய்து அவர் தீர்ப்பளித்ததை எதிர்த்து சென்னை உயர்நீதிமன்றத்தில் தலைமை நீதிபதி அவர்கள் அமர்விலே நான் ரிட் மனு தாக்கல் செய்திருக்கிறேன். அந்த ரிட் மனு இன்று பட்டியலில் 121வது வழக்காக இடம்பெற்றிருந்தது.
While moving ahead, the developments in the alleged rape and murder case in UP turn murky. We get more details and clarity on the other side. Keep watching.